Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Property Wealth Decoded. I'm Harvey, a seasoned realtor, analyst and consultant who has been in this line for 16 years. I'm sure many of you have already seen the news around Keppel Club site BTO. Today, I'm going to unpack how it can benefit you even if you are not a BTO buyer. First, let's talk a little bit about the background of Keppel Club site. Just a nugget of history, Keppel Club is Singapore's oldest golf and social club dating back to 1904. And the lease of the site will expire in June 2022 and make way for housing needs that will form part of the Greater Southern Waterfront, which is a 30-kilometer coastline stretching from Gardens by the Bay to Pasir Panjang. Recent news announcement states around 6,000 BTO flats are to be launched by 2025. And if you would like a little bit more color on that news, I would put a reference link below for that piece of news as well. Being centrally located, it is most likely to be under the prime location housing model. As previously I've done a short video as well, I will put the link below on some key points to note on PLH. If we were to use the closest possible example of a PLH in today's market, it would most likely be Pinnacle at Duxton. In April this year, we saw a record-breaking deal of 1.388 million for a 5-room flat of around 1156 square foot, and that translates to be around $1,200 per square foot. What can this piece of data tell us about the likely future of Keppel Club site BTO? The price of 4-room flat being touted of around $700 per square foot. What does it then mean to the private housing around the area? Based on recent years of outside core pricing, say Treasure at Tampines or even recently launched EC pricing, this would mean that the prime location housing model would already have probably formed its floor price. Now, price floor gives you an idea how much price movements can be in future. If we're talking about $1,200 on a balanced 88-year leasehold in a prime location, 4 flats, and we're basically talking about private housing pricing around the resale in the outside core area. So you just imagine a 30-kilometer coastline Greater Southern Waterfront. Could the impact of the prime location housing extend towards the coast inland? Any specific impact on these new and resale properties currently in the area? If I were to consider the ripple effect of housing nearby, given that it's a leasehold, would it likely buffer future pricing of remaining leases of the private housing nearby? Given it's a 10-year MOP for prime location housing, does it mean in the next decade we see a game changer between the resale private housing in that area as well as the public housing model? Are we talking about opportunities around there? Say some of the older leasehold private housing around the Keppel area. Or could it be a falling knife if there are newer leases? For example, the new launches, for example, newer public housing, would that mean that the older housing would then suffer? Regardless, it is rather plausible that there would be a ripple effect across the Greater Southern Waterfront area for one very good reason. Prices don't remain still. Buyers don't remain still. There will definitely be a spillover. Where would the spillover be? We still have Telok Blangah, we have Pasir Panjang, we have Bukit Merah, we have all the other areas that are very close to the Greater Southern Waterfront. Would it then mean that it would force people to choose between an older private and a newer leasehold public housing in future? I have personally spent quite a bit of time studying this area and have identified some home investment strategies for my clients to give them a head start a whole decade before others jump on the bandwagon. In closing, the key is how can you leverage this growth story to carve out the next stage of your property investment. After all, I believe in being preemptive, not reactive. Thanks for staying to the end, and if you like what you watched so far, do like, share and subscribe the video. And subscribe to the channel and click the bell to receive future notifications of new videos as well. My contact and website details are appended below, and do reach out to me for further discussions. Thank you.